Yeah.
So I definitely try to do the whole, again, I'm extreme, and I hate that about myself. I'm so extreme. I'm either all in or I'm just going to be hands off, or I'm nowhere in between. I don't know how to be in the middle about a lot of different things. So I feel like I can't be submissive and let the man be the man and we both, and another unfortunate thing about us is we both lead all day long in our jobs.
Yep.
People are coming to us, asking us questions. We have to make decisions all day long at our jobs. So when we get home, I can feel both of us like,
It's hard to...
You lead. I don't want to make the decision.
Oh.
You make the decision. Like, sometimes...
So you both are... You both are hands off, which in reverse, me and him are both hands on. So one of us has to be like, okay, you got this. I'm good.
At home, right?
At home.
Yeah, see, at home, we go through, I'm like, what do you want for dinner? I don't know, you just decide. Because it's like, we just want somebody else to decide for us, finally.
That makes so much sense.
So,
wow. Okay, so
cool.
A single lady asked that. She was like, I'm dating, and this is cool. I would put her in the same category as Miss Riri.
Yes.
Mid-20s, late 20s, just kind of doing her thing. And she's like, I was raised by a single mother who did everything. I know how to do it. I can handle it. I have a job. I can. And she was like, she asked, how do you ever allow a man to do something for you because you're just so, and I had to tell her, it could be a pride thing, that you're proud of what you're doing and what you're able to do.
That's what I was thinking.
That you're just so proud that you can't recognize that someone else has that too.
And pride comes before distraction.
Yes.
Yes. And that, oh my gosh, girl, talk about early marriage life lessons. That scripture used to be on our refrigerator, like year one. Yeah. Because it was just like, we were both very independent. We kind of were the same type of person in college. Like we have a lot of similar qualities. So it definitely takes some self-recognition of, okay, if I don't fall back on this could become a problem. But then also, we want women to be empowered. We want them to be strong. We want them to be, I want my daughters to be like, I got this. I don't need no man to come, and so. And I make a point of that for A and B a lot of times when they're like, we'll wait till daddy comes home. I'm like, nope. I'm going to show you that I can do this. So, because I need them to know that.
But then how do you
turn it off and on?
Teach them that, relationships are important. And men are amazing parts of a life and a household.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so there comes the battle between chivalry and feminism.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
It always comes up because I teach these little woke kids that are seniors about to go out to this world, and they do understand. First, there's the battle about the dress code. We'll come back to that because they feel like
we have to do the dress code conversation. Don't do it.
Okay, so
don't do it now. That'll be a perfect spotlight. That's such a good one.
Yeah. So they feel like, okay, we're going to the book room, and then it's like, okay, get some guys to carry all these books. And then the girls are like,
I'm strong enough to do it.
We can carry books. I mean, why wouldn't you say that we can come and carry? I'm like, you can come and carry books, but I still get offended if a boy is watching a girl handle a stack of 10 books and you're just chilling, walking. Like, I don't like that.
Like, they don't even recognize the fact that you should be
chivalrous.
Right. And caring. I mean, at the end of the day, kind and caring.
Right. So, I mean, that's a battle, and I struggle with that because, like I said, Southern gentlemen that I'm married to would never let me even cut the grass.
Can we talk about...
He wouldn't let me drive if we're in the same car. He's like, no.
Yeah. I volunteered to drive the other day for that doctor. I was like, babe, you want me to drive? I know you might have some work to do. He's like, yeah, about that you driving thing. I just don't really trust your driving like that, so I'm going to drive. Whatever it is.
It's his ongoing joke. He'd be like, you want to drive? So I'm like, he knows he knows that I will let him drive the car. Like, I don't really.
But my daddy drove everywhere.
My dad always,
Yeah, my daddy does.
And my kids, it's so funny. They're like, oh, in the summertime, because I used to ride around with him because he wouldn't be home.
Mm-hmm.
And so they would be like, oh, we haven't been with you in so long, Mommy. Wow. And I'm like, y'all know I can drive. Don't even act like that.
Right.
But they're like, when Daddy's in the car, he drives. I'm like, yes, he does.
And it's not a point of, it's not, I mean, we always talk, I talk about him when he drives and his driving, and he talks about me. So it's back and forth all the time. Mm-hmm. But we're joking and playing and just talking junk. But at the same time, yes, feminism, woman, I can drive in the city.
Right.
I've driven me and my girls 7 hours, to the beach. I've done that. Okay. Mm-hmm. But when I'm with my husband, I need him to be in the driver's seat unless it's like an emergency or like he has to do some work or finish up something. I mean, and just talk about that chivalry. So last night, I was one of the parents out doing last minute shopping, and it was about to get dark. And I looked at him. In college, a girl got abducted and murdered at the local Walmart in my hometown.
Oh my God!
When I was in college, so that's always just in the back of my mind because she went out, around 9:00. While she was in college, and that happened. So in the back of my mind, I'm just like, no, don't ever go to the store by yourself.
Not this Walmart.
Not this one, not even. And I just don't even like going to the stores by myself at night, just because of that.
Right.
I will, and I have. I just prefer not to. Right. So I expressed this, and he jumped in the car and rode with me.
Oh.
And it was like, he was like, well, I don't want you to feel uncomfortable, and I'll go with you. And it wasn't that might have been a damsel in distress moment, but it's just he was being a gentleman, he was being a man, and was like, I'm not going to send my wife out to the store by herself to go pick up book bags.
Right. But then that also, like, gosh, we could talk about this so long.
We really
there
could.
are so many people that I see that are too damsel-y. And I'm like, girl, get
where it makes you sick.
You don't have an answer to anything about your business in your house, and that is not godly. To me, it's almost a compilation of a lot of different people put into my mind, where it's just like, I just don't know, and I do ask my husband before I say yes to something, because I'm like, okay, that's respect, and we got to work out who's gonna have these kids and what's gonna happen. So I'll be like, let me check, let me talk to him, we can pray about it or whatever if it's something really big.
Absolutely,
but I mean, it's sometimes
you can make some decisions on your own.
You can,
yeah,
and it's just so sticky. It's a sticky.
It's
situation.
A balance. It's a balance because some people feel like they're showing that.
Ultimate
some people
submission.
Ultimate submission. I feel like that's a part of it. I feel like it's my husband takes care of me type thing.
It's like braggy? Or?
Like a pride. Like I
know.
feel so proud that that is all taken care of and I don't even have to think.
I wonder if husbands feel like because my husband has never let me stop.
Oh Lord.
I wonder if he made more money, would he be like, I want to take care of, because he's always like, yeah, we got to get this money, we gonna get this money. So he never would be like, sit at home and I got this.
Honey, mine and child.
I just wonder if we were in a different situation, because he is very chivalrous. So I'm wondering, like, would he want that? I don't think so, because he married me and I'm not that.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say about my husband. Because we've had this conversation off and on.
Right.
Not that I want to be a stay-at-home mom. That's not me. Like, right, I get it. I would go crazy being that. That's just, it's not my cup of tea. But he's just like, I know that if that ever came to a point where we were able to do that, I know that you would want to still grind. I know that you want to have your own thing.
Right.
And that's absolutely true.
Right.
There's no way, know. So mine wouldn't do that either. I mean, like, that wouldn't even be a thing because he knows that I'm going to want to have my own.
Right.
From that independent side.
Yeah.
And I think people would think we were crazy for that, but nope.
I think that they know us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so if he were to demand that I stay home,
oh,
that would be
very ugly.
That would be very uncomfortable to live in, because I know that that's not really what I would love to stay home, but I would love to stay home and work.
Yep.
I want to work from home.
Absolutely.
So
schedule appointments, go. Yeah.
Yeah. Just raise money and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just do things. I would be busy, but I just wouldn't be busy in the schoolhouse.
Absolutely.
So, I really want to know people's thoughts, specifically if you're not married. I want to talk to you about what you think about chivalry versus feminism.
Absolutely.
Because, most of my friends who are not married probably want to be married. I think we've had those kind of conversations. And how do you handle that? And like, the longer you're single, the more of you is harder to like bend and not be independent, because you are. And shout out, because you're awesome and you're living your life. But if a man happens to come along, how do you
adjust?
Yeah.
Yes.
How are you going to adjust?
That is such a good... Y'all, please chime in on this one, because I have to know what y'all are thinking.
Yeah.
Because it is hard. Like you said, the longer you go. But it's a necessary thing to do.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I don't know how it works any other way.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
that was a good one, girl.
That was good.
I enjoyed that.
There's a lot that more than we could talk about.
Yeah.
But, we can save that for like a spotlight or something, specifically, dress code and feminism.
Yes.
Like that.
Because I was super torn being the person who's over dress code.
Oh, no.
That's going to be some good stuff. Like that conversation, we're going to have a lot of good stuff to talk about with that one, because it was, I don't even want to talk about it yet.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think, do you have anything coming up with yourself?
Oh, girl. I just had, I don't know if I should even say this out loud yet.
What?
My illustrations to my boys' book is finally complete.
They're done.
So the publication of the book, I will show you.
Okay.
The actual publication of the book is coming soon. So
Yay.
My prayer is that Brown Boy, You Have to Believe will be coming out mid-September.
Okay.
That's my prayer.
Nice.
So that is pretty cool. I had an amazing weekend at the Dream Game on Friday.
Yeah.
And at the AKA event.
Whoop.
Yes, Lord. The backpack blitz.
Oh, my soul roars.
It was so good.
So pretty.
It was so neat. They did a great job. I was very impressed.
That chapter is amazing. Shout out to SOO.
Yes, they had 610 book bags and they gave away almost all of them. And
love it.
I'm not even going to talk about the support that they had for Brown Girl. Brown Girl, what do you see?
Make that plug, girl. Plug it up.
Plug it in. So,
yes.
So they really supported me and showed so much love, and it was just so encouraging, and a lot of people spoke life. So
nice.
It made me very excited.
Good.
So that's all that's been happening with me. Where you been?
Well, I did go to Columbus for 31's National Conference. And so, I think I mentioned that I was promoted to senior director.
I think you may have mentioned that before.
I did. It happened back in March, but, at the conference where you actually get your award and, all the recognition. And the best part of it was one of my directors, Nikita Filius, actually was able to walk the stage and kind of she became a director.
Oh my gosh, so all that sweet tea girl. Yes. I can't handle this.
She's on my team, and we were, I walked as a senior director, she walked as a director. We're both going on the cruise together.
That is so
Two of our
amazing.
other directors weren't able to make it. I wish they would have come, because it would have been really powerful. Considering that I'm one of two senior directors in a company of over 40,000 consultants. So,
girl, you are a pretty big deal. Like, I feel kind of intimidated sitting next to you right now, girl. I didn't even know you were on that level, boo.
It was just, the recognition. My team actually is all the directors on my team are African American.
Wow.
So I was like, oh, and then there was a lot of other really good presence on the stage. And I feel like that's really important. And it also is one of my reasons for even doing 31. So it was cool. It was fun. But I really want to celebrate her